They removed my security cameras, so I gave them a surveillance system they'll never forget. I came home from vacation to find all 6 of my cameras ripped down and dumped in a pile by my garage. These weren't toys. They'd caught 3 break-ins in my neighborhood just last year. Now they were nothing but twisted metal and shattered lenses. A bright yellow notice was taped where my front door camera used to be. Unauthorized surveillance equipment removed per privacy protection ordinance. Electronic monitoring devices violate community standards. Privacy protection? My cameras faced only my property, but apparently the Ridgewood Estates HOA had decided my system was an invasion of residents' reasonable expectation of privacy. Here's the kicker. I don't even live in their HOA. My corner lot existed long before their gated community sprouted up around me, but somehow their privacy committee thought they could dictate what I installed on my house. I called the HOA president, Sandra Mills. She spoke like she was addressing children. Security cameras create an atmosphere of distrust, she explained. Our community values openness and neighborly relations. My cameras only record my property, I pointed out. The mere presence makes residents uncomfortable. We've received complaints. Complaints? My fence blocked every view past my yard. When I demanded my cameras back, Sandra calmly informed me the equipment had already been disposed of as non-compliant electronic waste. They threw away $3,000 worth of cameras like garbage. That's when I remembered, cameras aren't the only way to secure property. Some surveillance is invisible. I called my nephew Marcus, who works in cybersecurity. Over dinner, I told him what happened. He smirked. You know what's better than cameras? Wireless motion sensors. They're tiny, legal, and you can cover way more ground. He explained how a sensor network could detect movement across a property, sending instant alerts to my phone. Nearly invisible. Impossible to argue with. By Tuesday, Marcus had installed 47 wireless sensors around my home, along the fence, driveway, and outbuildings, each one smaller than a deck of cards, painted to blend perfectly into the surroundings. But here's the twist. The coverage didn't stop at my property. The sensors also picked up activity in public easements, sidewalks, even the entrance to Ridgewood Estates, all completely legal. Public spaces have no expectation of privacy. Within days, my phone buzzed constantly with alerts. Every jogger, every dog walker, every teenager passing through. But more importantly, the sensors detected things the HOA residents probably didn't want discovered. Sandra Mills herself stumbling drunk at 2 a.m., cutting across my lawn with her dog. Board member Jim Patterson shouting at his wife in their driveway. Treasurer Lisa Wong sneaking out to meet someone who wasn't her husband. Each alert came with timestamps and GPS logs. For security purposes, I kept careful records. 2 weeks later, Sandra showed up at my door, clearly nervous. "We need to discuss your security situation," she muttered. "What security situation?" I asked, smiling. "Residents feel like they're being monitored." "That's troubling," I replied. "Maybe they should consider cameras." Her face turned red. Suddenly, the HOA's tone changed. They offered to replace all my destroyed cameras, provide a written exemption for my property, and issue a formal apology for their illegal removal. They even acknowledged my right to monitor public spaces next to my land. Within a month, I had a